Please welcome to the field tonight's opponents, St. Augustine Hermits, with their head coach, Williamstown. The officials for tonight's game: referee Robert Gurley, umpire Cody Berry, linesman Pat Bacon, line judge Kurt McLaughlin, side judge Michael McGoldrick, back judge Kyle Wagner, and clock operator Bob Mitchell.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Williamstown. The Braves tonight host St. Augustine here on BFA Sports, exclusively sponsored by the Pizza Hut. Chris Losey with Coffee Jones as usual. This is the matchup we've been waiting for a while, as the Prep come in. To be honest with you, it was an uncharacteristic loss to Millville opening up for the Prep, but they've come back and they are firing on all cylinders.
Talk about this team. They're a fairly young team. There's only 18 seniors on this Prep roster, so they're going to be back and reloaded like they are every single year. But these are the two best teams in South Jersey, in my opinion. They're both ranked in the top 25 in the state of New Jersey, and you're going to see a slugfest here tonight.
Let's talk about Williamstown. They are 3-0, officially 4-0, because they're going to get credit for a forfeit win 2 weeks ago against Willingboro, but defense is yet to allow a touchdown. 6 points they've given up in 3 games played on the field. They're going to have a tough test tonight, though, because they've got some size to contend with on the other side of the ball.
There's some big boys. Now, they're missing a couple of guys up front, some Division I commits, but they got some guys that can move some furniture. I like to talk about the offensive line. So you're going to see Donovan Ezaraku and Alexander, those guys up front, a lot of stunts and movement. Try to use that speed and agility to get around these big boys for the Prep.
And Doug Brown on the offensive side seemed to have righted the ship. He had a really strong game last week against Highland.
When you talk about it, he's got the #1 athlete in the country, in my opinion, #1 player in the state, Keon Saab. He's going to be all over the field, but watch out. Brody Colbert had a big interception in the game last year. And I think Williamstown's looking for some revenge.
The only loss last year, the only team in 2 years in South Jersey that beat Williamstown is the Prep. 21-7 loss last week. They're looking to avenge that here tonight. And with more on that, believe it or not, we have a lot of media, including Josh Friedman of the Courier Post. He was with Doug Stasic earlier.
And we are live in Williamstown. The marquee matchup everyone's been waiting for. Doug Stasic joined alongside the Courier Post, Josh Friedman. Josh, it's a crazy year, but this is going to be a crazy night of football tonight. So marquee players.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great game. Normal circumstances, there would be a place to stand, let alone sit in this place. A lot of great players, although we're missing one, a big one tonight. St. Augustine left tackle Jake Ketchick out for the year with an injured knee. Vanderbilt commit. That's a big issue for St. Augustine. How they can stop Donovan Ezaraku on Williamstown on the end. That's going to be a key matchup to watch tonight. How they handle that pressure on that side.
Yeah, he is. He is a big unit, and then some. He's a highly talented recruit, as you said, guy that was going to be a difference maker. What kind of depth do you think the Prep's going to have there on the line?
Well, they got plenty of depth. That's the good thing. And St. Augustine's about as big as you're going to see as a team in South Jersey. Even Coach Gallagher at Williamstown has touted all along how big St. Augustine is, and that size is a factor. That could be a factor. It's a factor last year when St. Augustine beats Williamstown. Again, the only South Jersey team to beat Williamstown since 2018. So that size is an issue. Can Williamstown handle that? That's going to be another key part of this matchup tonight.
Well, key parts of the matchup, you got some heavy artillery on both sides of the football for sure. We've seen Keon Saab. He's lit it up. He's been great. He's been fantastic. But a lot of guys haven't really paid attention to some of the Prep guys as much as you would think.
Well, both ground games are very good. St. Augustine, Conga Udo, you talked to a lot of people, just a really complete back, good speed, good power. They've got a couple other guys behind him, Franklin Sims. It's going to be what happens on the outsides. Nasir Hill, St. Augustine, I think he's got to make a couple plays now. Trey McClear, who came in at quarterback after that opening week loss to Millville, he's had a nice couple games. They're going to have to win. Someone's going to have to make one of these quarterbacks has to make a big play. Or that's Trey for St. Augustine or Dougie Brown from Williamstown. And everyone knows Keon. I hope everyone's not forgetting about Brody Colbert. He's the most consistent part of that. He's a threat, whether it's on a sweep or an out pattern. There's a lot of focus that goes to being the number one recruit in his class, which comes with Keon. Brody Colbert's dangerous. St. Augustine sleeps on him, he's going to have a big day.
Well, it's going to be a big night. We can't wait. It's going to be fantastic football. And do I dare ask you for a prediction?
I'll make one. I made one earlier. Look, I said it before and I'll say it again. To be the best, you got to beat the best. Now, St. Augustine beat them last year, but Williamstown was our team of the year last year. They're our number one ranked team this year. They are, 4-0. I say to be the best, you got to beat the best. I was told I had to add a Ric Flair woo for that. I'm not much of a woo guy for that, but I'm going Williamstown. I'm going low scoring. I think it's 14-7, 14-10 in that range. I think Williamstown gets the revenge. They've been looking forward to this game. They had it circled on their calendar. I got Williamstown winning this game.
All right, you heard it right here from Josh Friedman, the Courier Post, the Big Mean 15. Back to you, Chris and Coffee.
The Williamstown Marching Band and the electric guitar does a fantastic job, and they only pull him out for the big games, Coffee. And we want to thank Doug for his interview with Josh Friedman of the Courier Post. And boy, it's a big one now. We got the Monday Night Football theme coming up, and even though it's Friday. But welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, and our BFA Sports crew here tonight as the Braves have a tough one tonight. They are 3-0 in the season, officially 4-0 with a forfeit win. They have yet to give up a touchdown in 3 games. And for the Prep, as usual, they are loaded with athletes, and an uncharacteristic loss on opening night to Millville, but since then they have run 2 straight. They're 2-1.
2-1. They come into the game, Chris, obviously offensively since that opening season loss, and putting up 30 points a game, allowing only 12. But when you talk about Williamstown, you talk about the best defense in the state and nationally. Think about this, Chris. If you're going to count that 4th game or the forfeit, they're allowing 1.5 points per game. I don't know how that's possible, but that's what the numbers say.
You can't count.
That's the best defense in the country right now at any level, allowing 1.5 points per game.
Okay. You are looking at the kicker, Brendan Amico. Temperature tonight, what do you think? 44 degrees.
I was at 48 coming in. It was
Feels
cold.
Like it's 44 degrees.
It dropped out of nowhere.
So here we go tonight from Williamstown. It's Amico's kick, and down to the 12-yard line. This is Kenneth Selby, and he is dropped on special teams. Joey Raccabaldo, who is a starting linebacker, in on special teams. We have flags on the return. So we'll check that out, and we'll get an early visit from our official tonight, Rob Rittarelli. And Rittarelli is one of the best, so good games call for good officials, right?
Of course.
And it's a hold, and it's against the Prep. So now their starting quarterback, Tom McClear, will have to start for Pete Lancetta's offense back at the 15-yard line. Just underway tonight, the Braves in the all blackout.
Number 16 team at number 6. I mean, this is one of these ranked battles that we should have ESPNU here, Chris. We got to step our game up. We got the best production team in the business, but this game needs to be nationally televised. These are two of the best teams on the East Coast and obviously in the state of New Jersey.
Indeed. You remember last year, Kanye Udo, number 6? Well, that's him with the ball and first down carry. He gets about 3 yards, bring up a second down. Turner Inge on the stop for the Braves.
According to Max Prep, Udo's averaging over 124 yards per game on the ground this season. You can see he's got the size and ability of a Division I type of running back, and you're going to see a lot of black shirts to the football defensively to try to corral the talented runner from the Prep.
One of the characteristics of this Mike Seidenberg defense. Pick up a 4, second down and 6 officially. And we've got a flag on this play, which is shut down. And then you saw Nasir Lane of the Braves going up to McClear and getting in his face a little bit. That we're going to be there all night.
You got to let them know. You cannot come in and say, this is Ali Frazier, this is Alabama, Georgia, this is Pittsburgh, Baltimore, which you're going to play this weekend. This is two of the best that you'll find in the state of New Jersey, and they're going at it right here in Williamstown, home of the Braves.
McClear's a 5'10 junior, 160-pounder. And he has targets. He has Nasir Hill, he has Dennis Jaquez, and of course he's got Kanye Udo out in the backfield. That is Jaquez in motion, and the handoff though goes up front, and he's another big body, and that's Franklin Sims. He's big, 6'1", 215, takes the pile down for about 4 yards to bring up a second down and about 7.
And Sims is only a junior. I mean, you can see how there's so much talent in this Prep team. And when you talked about Jaquez in motion, 6'4", 240, another junior at the tight end H-back position. I mean, just so offensively and athletically skilled as this Prep team. You're going to have to be sound. They already have 2 penalties so far in this game. Williamstown has to win that penalty and turnover battle if they're going to hold on to their undefeated season.
It's the last time I look up at the box because I only had a 2 on it, but I know they ran another play before the penalty, so it's third down. So third down and 7. And, of course, I got it wrong, but Josh Hood back in the truck got it right. 3rd and 7. 2 minutes gone here in the first. Tonight on BFA. In motion goes Hill on 3rd down. It's Hill on the screen, and there's just nowhere to go. Brody Colbert in there first.
You could ask, what could Brody Colbert do better from his junior year to his senior year? He put on some weight, and watch him just shed the block and come up and make a play on that bubble screen. That is an amazing play by an amazing young man. Brody Colbert gets his defense a stop on 3rd down.
It's a 3 and out for the Brave defense as usual. And we've got a punt coming from the Hermits. This is Chase Hickey's punt. Sabb at midfield. Keon Sabb is pushed back. He gets into the Prep territory to the 44. So field position again going for the Braves. A 3 and out, and they've got the ball on the other side of the field.
Now you even see it as they're just kind of running up in a safe, not necessarily a punt block, just making sure they kick it. But even as Araku, he started to slip. I see Keon Saab right there as he made that cut up the field. A little bit of a wet track here on this grass here. This is real grass here at Williamstown, so we'll be watching for that.
With all the rain that we had, a shout out to the grounds crew and all the people here within the township, because this field looks really good. I was on it today. Were you on it a little bit? Looks really, really good. I know you walk past it. First down, it's a fumbled snap, and Brown is going to go down. That's going to be a loss on the play. Lenny Dolson leading the charge for the Hermits. It looked like Brown almost took a knee on that.
Yeah, he kind of got low, but you talk about the defensive line. There's a lot of weight up front from the Prep side. And this offensive line, you see a lot of more agile and skinnier guys on the Williamstown side other than Bruno, but they're going to have to get on the perimeter, and number 3, he's going to be a guy who got to get involved early and often in Keon Saab.
And that was a concern, too, of the Williamstown coaches talking to them during the week, the size of the Hermits. And if you look at that shot, look at 77 in white and coffee.
Luis LaRusso, he's going to be fighting for his life. Good block there by LaRusso on the double team.
On second down, here's Brown's pass, and it's intercepted. On the near sideline, it is the Prep turning it back, and it's Kenneth Everett with the first interception of the season. And for the Prep, they have it back near midfield.
Kenneth Deuce Everett, they call him. He's only a freshman, listed at max preps, but as Doug Brown is rolling out, trying to hit Brody Colbert on the out route, he doesn't see number 20 in all white. And the first big play of the game is made on defense by the Prep.
Like Coffee mentioned, first big play on the turnover, so the Hermits are back on offense. They're at the 49-yard line. 4 minutes gone here in the first quarter. We expect this to be a good one. There's no score here tonight on BFA Sports, exclusively sponsored by Pizza Hut.
Kanye Udo, 6 feet, 205, big running back. Gonna have to gang tackle this kid.
With Selby in motion, this play's probably going to come back, and this is Udo trying to get to the far side, get some room, but this is going to be all for naught. This is going to come back.
Yeah, you wish if you're Williamstown, you could make that tackle in the backfield and have a play and have that down count and decline this penalty, but legal formation, you see right there, he's trying to get chased down from behind by David Roberts.
Oh, they're picking up the flag. So they're saying that there definitely was not 5 in the backfield.
We're going to replay the down. How does that work, Chris?
Well, no. I mean, it should be the end of the play, but you know what? It looks like they had Udo marked out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. So we don't have a good vantage point to see because he came run pretty far, but he must have stepped out earlier. Great camera work tonight.
Every night. See those nice Oregon Duck style winged helmets from the Prep, all black unis from the Braves.
2nd and 10. Jaquez in motion. He kind of slipped, but this is Udo, and he's in the Brave territory to the 47, where it'll be a 3rd down and about 6.
Yeah, the referees missed on Dennis Jaquez. Tight end H-back as he's sliding across. He started to move a little bit forward right before the snap.
Like slipped.
And we talked about it on the kickoff on the Doug Brown's first bobbled snap. Even the punt return by Keon Saab has seen a little bit of slippage out here on this grass.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, I don't know. Look, I don't know how much work you can put on a field. This area was drenched with rain the past 36 hours. On 3rd down, McClear's pass. He's got a man, but he overthrows Hill. And a 4th down and another Hickey punt.
Good job by Hines in coverage, but watch Donovan Ezeraku as he's getting up the field. Feels the running back come to block, gets his hands up. It's a smart play. Gets his hands up, forced the quarterback to throw a little bit higher than he wanted to, forces the overthrow, and on sudden change, it looks like this Williamstown defense is going to get off the field and force a punt.
The late add is Sergio Rodriguez. Hickey's punt will not be returned, and it will die just about at the 10-yard line. It's a 37-yard punt, nothing on the return. And the Braves back on offense tonight and every night. Williamstown Braves football exclusively sponsored by Pizza Hut. Waiting for that dinner box to be delivered tonight, Coffee?
You got to bring a truck. I mean, if we got a truck, we got an SUV. I got one. We can try to. I mean, look at that thing.
Especially if it involves that original stuffed crust special, one large pizza with one topping, $13.99 using the promo code LE. Order your pizza now. Braves back on offense. They're at the 9-yard line in a 1st and 10. Doug Brown's 2nd possession. He was picked the last time. Now this is a screen to Brody Colbert, and this isn't going anywhere. There's Angelo Vokalos, and he is a player.
And it's just a poor job right there. We give credit where credit is due, and Sergio Rodriguez missed his block. You get 2 big-time wide receivers out on the perimeter. You try to get the ball out laterally to Brody Colbert. When you miss a block, you set your offense up with a loss of yardage situation.
Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. as the graphic shows. That's Inge in motion. Inge with the carry, and Inge is taken down after only a couple. Dennis Jaquez, and a 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Braves.
This is your quarterback, Trey McClear, out there at corner, fights off the block of Donovan Ezeraku. He gets out there and forces Inge to turn up and at least limits the gain. I thought he had an opportunity to turn the corner, maybe pick up that 1st down, but just good, solid defense by cutting the runner up by McClear and bringing up a 3rd and long situation.
Now they have Colbert and Inge in the backfield. They send Colbert in motion. Brown on 3rd down. Throws. It's caught. Sabb's got a 1st down for the Braves up at the 25. Gain of 13.
Good pass protection by the offensive line up front. You see Doug looks to his left, waits, kind of hitches ball, and comes off the ball a little bit, comes back inside to the curl route to Saab to move the chains.
Taking down to 5 minutes to go, and of course, when we get an opportunity, we'll check other scores throughout the New Jersey land. I'll give you a couple in a minute. Here comes an option on 1st down, and the pitch is the Turner Inge, and that's a beautiful play by McClear again. Thomas McClear is making a name for himself, the quarterback, but he's doing it on defense.
Thomas, some people call him Trey. I mean, he made another great play here, just getting off a block, and I think that's one of the most dangerous plays that Williamstown can run offensively, because you got one of the best ball handler you got in Dougie Brown with the football, and he's got the option to keep it or pitch it, and we know his athletic ability can turn the corner at any time.
Pick up about 3, bring up a 2nd down and 7. Here's Brown's 2nd down. That ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage. That was Brady Small, and he wasn't small with his hands as he got up there and got a piece of that one, 55.
And you see, he just didn't get a lot of pass rush, just right there in the middle of the zone. Saab had sat down again, was open, probably would have got right at the sticks for a 1st down, but a good job getting the deflection.
Now he's going up against Evan Cope, too, on the left side, who's doing a really nice job for the Braves. So when you recognize you can't get the rush on, why not? Get up high.
I mean, you look at these two defensive lines. I mean, this looks Division I versus Division II at the college level, but so far in this 1st quarter, this Williamstown offensive line is holding their own.
Robert Adamson, number 33. I'll tell you about him in a second. He's lined up over the nose right now. 3rd and 7. Here's Brown. He's going to take off, and he's not going to get to the 1st down. They're going to mark him short at the 33. It'll be a 4th down and 2. But every time you see a 33 in a prep uniform, what do you think of Rakes?
Yeah, Isaiah Rakes. Looks like Williamstown's back on offense. They're going to go for it.
They need to cross the 35. And I think it was a hard count to get him going. And look at the emotion from Dougie Brown. He knows he got him.
He did, but his right guard may have moved early. Oh, and give it back. But LaRusso. All right, you got lucky, Rick.
Now, because I saw Dougie Brown, he was a part of the conversation, and when the line judge came in to tell Ritterelli what it was, he went all after it with that applause.
Doug's got that moxie that you want to see at the quarterback position. And I talk about the 1 sleeve and the number 6. I got to ask him how he feels about Baker Mayfield. I know the Browns have been up and down this season, but he's got that swagger, a little bit undersized. I talk about it all the time. Doug was 6'2", he'd be an Elite 11 quarterback because he can make all the throws and he understands how to play the position.
So a new set of downs at the 38. Brown rolling out. His pass is caught, but Ezeraku couldn't get moving. He had to dive for the catch. Pickup of about 4.
You see at the last second, I seen Ezeraku and Brody Colbert switch in the slot positions from number 2 to number 3. You throw the simple out route. Sliding catch, it's a tough one for a quarterback rolling out to his left to make that right-handed throw, but nonetheless, the Braves will pick up 5.
Second down, about 5.5. Just short of the 43-yard line. 2:45 to go in the first, and there's no score. Here's Inge with another carry. And he is to the 46. He's going to be short by a couple. Third down coming up.
And I'm pretty sure there was some heads up when that number 3 in black goes in motion. This is the best player in the state, number 8 in the country. We'll talk about him in his recruiting trail a little bit later, but he goes flat across the formation in motion. A lot of people reacted to that and gave a little bit of a crack to set up a 3rd and short.
By the way, that was Bradley Small again on that tackle, 55. Watch him like the other 55 we had on Halloran last week from Highland. It's a good number to wear, isn't it? You always talk about
55, 24. We had some guys last week that could play defensively.
Third down, and we've got a flag. And Ritterelli tells us it's a false start, and it goes against Williamstown. So a 3rd and 2 now will become a 3rd and 7. One thing that's consistent about the Braves this year, and it's not a good thing, is they've been penalized an awful lot.
Yeah, we talked about it last week, or the last couple weeks. The referees, it's been a flag fest, and a lot of them are warranted. We can't have too much of a judgment subjectively on the officiating, but you got to clean up the penalties, especially in a game like this. You're already down 1-0 in the turnover battle, but the number 1 defense in the state has held so far against the Prep.
So following the penalty, it's a 3rd down. Call it 8. Brown's going to roll on 3rd down. Deep ball over the middle for Stab, who goes up and makes a great catch to the 20-yard line. Unbelievable throw and catch. 53 yards, Brown to Sab.
I mean, Chris, this is why this guy's the number 1 player in the state. Number 8 in the country, says 247 Sports, and just released his top 15 who's who of college football. Personally, I wanted to go to Georgia, but everybody else is off for Keon Saab. Just a great play on the deep post route.
Got an update on that for you. By the way, he's 22 ranked on ESPN for the country, but like you said, 8 at 24/7. He's going to go high somewhere, and oh boy, Brown's not going anywhere. That's Dennis Jaquez again, and he says something to Dougie, and of course Dougie's not going to back down to anybody.
And Jaquez played it perfectly. You cannot ask, and he's going to be a Division I Power 5 recruit. He keeps playing like that after he comes out next year, but just a great job playing that zone stretch scheme. He reads Brody Colbert, waits till Doug Brown commits, and then makes the tackle for loss.
Do I want to show you the text I sent Ron Paulus at Notre Dame?
Notre Dame offer Keon too, so you may have some connections down in South Bend as well.
Well, just because I do doesn't mean he wants to go there. Loss of 3. It's a 2nd down and 13. Under 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Turner Inge up the middle, short of the 20, and then pushed backwards, and the Prep making a statement on defense, and that's Angelo Vokalos again.
Yeah, one of their captains on defense, number 3. You see he's just sitting there at the Mike linebacker position. He just fills the gap. It's going to bring up a 3rd long situation.
And that 3rd and long will come as we start the 2nd quarter. End of the 1st here tonight in Williamstown. No score between the Braves and the Hermits, exclusively here on BFA Sports, sponsored by the Pizza Hut.
Big day of closet organizing and jigsaw puzzling? Get Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and your choice of pasta or wings. Sealed for your safety, all in one box. Choose contactless delivery or new curbside pickup at pizzahut.com.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome back to Williamstown. Start of the 2nd quarter here tonight. Braves football exclusively sponsored by Pizza Hut. Here on BFA. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, and our BFA Sports crew here tonight. Braves are going to have a 3rd and 11 starting the 2nd quarter. And there's Nick Bruno leading the charge. Look how far they got to go because they huddled on the other side of the field. Early observations, though, like that Prep defense, huh?
Well, they're going to come out loaded. They got so much talent on both sides of the ball. They're going to get some of the best athletes that you can find year in and year out, putting out Power 5 and Division I recruits. This is a tough situation for Dougie Brown in this offense. If you could pick up half, I wouldn't be surprised if this coaching staff decides to go for it on 4th down.
They are in Amico's range. On 3rd down, they need the 10-yard line. To the end zone, and this is picked off and dropped, and that's a great defensive play there. Brody Colbert played deep-back, which is what he does so well, and took an interception away from Nasir Hill.
Yeah, I think this is where the height of Doug Brown kind of works against him, because he doesn't see the cornerback just sitting there waiting on that corner route. He kind of ran a quarters coverage. The cornerback to the far side of the field, he's just sitting back and he's just waiting. It looks like Williamstown's going to sit out their kicking unit.
So 4th down, and they'll bring Amico out. He's got the leg. He had some off-season workouts, and they said that his kickoffs were between the 5-yard line and the goal line. So, but the Braves drive stalls, and the Prep's playing pretty good defense, and you can see, you know, what they're known for, and that kick is good.
That is a big kick, Chris. And even in a 3-point ball game, just to start the second quarter, but you just talk about the mentality of this Williamstown team. You throw an interception, almost throw your second one. Doug Brown's got to be lucky. That's a big kick for a team that's already down in a turnover battle, facing the number 16 team here at home.
Amico from 38, a line drive is through, and our first points of the game, it's 3-0. First minute of play here in the second quarter. Here on BFA. Coffey said that that's a big kick for a number of reasons, too. First, you got to get points out of it.
Yes.
Right?
That's a long drive. You talked about that drive. We start off, they were backed up. It's inside their 10-yard line. You get the big play to Saab down the field on the post route, and you got to be able to turn that into points, especially against the stingy defense like the Prep coming in, allowing just 36 points total in their 3 contests.
The drive went 58 yards. And Braves are on the board first. Now I'm looking at the, we call it the out-of-town scoreboard, right? Montclair, East Brunswick, 2-0 Montclair Mounties. You think that that is a rarity? Middletown North 2, Middletown South nothing.
Well, I got a former roommate of mine, Mo Ruffins. That's a Middletown guy. I gotta talk to him about that.
On the bounce, this is Hill, Nasir Hill, and he is tripped up at the 40, and it's Amico that has to make the stop.
Good job fielding that kick close to the sideline. Trying to see who's down there. I think that's Taylor Robinson right there. Misses the tackle. You don't get contained on athletes like this from the Prep. Look, you look across the board, they're going to be as good as you across the board, man for man, athletically and skilled-wise. For the most part in South Jersey, Williamstown is going to be the better team. Tonight, you're not necessarily going to be the better team. They're as good as you or better, but you have to be able to execute and do your job if you're going to be victorious.
The 27-yard kickoff return for Hill, and the Hermits have excellent field position at the 41-yard line. First minute of play in the second quarter. The Braves up 3-0 on a 38-yard field goal by Brendan Amico. Now it's McClear again with Udo in the backfield. And it's a first down carry for Udo following blocking, and he gets close to the 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 on the play.
Good job by Lorenzo Rodriguez-Hines, number 24. You see right there at the last second, he comes up and finally does keep contained, limiting that gain to about 4 yards. But good blocking at the point of attack by the Prep. These big boys in that counter play, caving the entire left side of this Williamstown front down.
You're recruiting already? I know you're doing it. You're recruiting.
After the game, I will. We'll talk. I did tag Kirby Smart in Keon's last post.
I know you tagged somebody.
Tag Kirby Smart. Make sure he knows I got a kid for him.
Second down and 6.
See the black and red? Those silver britches, come on, man. And Athens coming in between the hedges. That number 3.
And this play, the Hermits jump on the right side. That's going to cost St. Augustine 5. That flag is on Robert Papadakis, the tight end. So a 2nd and 6 will become a 2nd down and 11.
Stake shooting the prep in the foot so far in this first half. Penalties are mounting up, starting on the opening kickoff with the holding penalty. You get the interception, you get stopped on 3 downs and forced to punt. You miss an interception that gave Williamstown the opportunity to get this field goal on the board. And this is where we sit.
So a 2nd and 11 for McClear. Udo left side, ran right over Turner Inge. He gets across the 45 to the 47. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, Zaraku got off on the ball, but a great job just blocking him down. And you got some momentum for Udo going forward. Brings it back to a 3rd and manageable situation for the prep.
How bad do you think Turner wants the next tackle here?
Next tackle and the next touchdown.
Exactly. Or one and the same. They need 4 on 3rd down. And McClear far side, and he airmails that one. Incomplete, and they'll bring up a 4th down. Lenny Dolson was the target. And now we'll see what Pete Lancetta wants to do. He's going to punt. So we'll have Hickey out for the 3rd punt of the night. He averages 40 yards a punt.
Yeah, good job by Taylor Robinson in coverage. Forces the errant throw and a punt situation for the prep. This Williamstown defense is as good as advertised.
Braves almost got the Hickey, and then that's a fair catch by Colbert that he makes around the 25-yard line. The Braves are back on offense with 9:26 to go until halftime. 3-0 Williamstown.
See if Doug Brown and this offense can start to get this running game going. You talked about those big boys up front. A few plays they had some opportunities to get out on the edge. You've seen the quarterback / cornerback and Trey McClear come up and make a couple good solid tackles in the run game, but now we're going to see Rodriguez Hines in the backfield flanking Doug Brown.
Pitched, Hines, no chance, and there is McClear again.
This guy's not a quarterback, Chris. This is a football player, okay? Make sure we mention that. This is a full football player. He beats an ACC recruit. Don, you can't hang your head and clap your hands now. You got to figure out how to make a block on that young man. You're going to have tougher guys or tied guys as tough as that when you're in Chestnut Hill playing in the ACC against Clemson and Notre Dame next year. Great job by McClear in the run.
Lost on the play. 2nd down and 14. Sab is the motion man. Sab gets the screen, and Sab tries to turn the corner and is bottled up after a few.
Little extras. Brandon Payo. I mean, these guys, they listen to Max Preps and 247 Sports. They know where you're ranked at, how many offers you've got. They know when you get to the next level, they're going to talk about how they played against you on a Friday night in October.
Vokalos is very active defensively for the Hermits early on. That's another tackle for him. That's 4 already. And we're at the 8-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. And now it looks like the Braves, they were going to call a timeout, but now it looks like they're ready to go. And they bring Sergio Rodriguez out to the far side. Hines in the backfield. On 3rd down, Brown throws. Pass is deflected, and we've got a flag. Umpire threw the flag, and usually that would be a hold against the offense.
Yeah, and I can see LaRusso. He's trying to hold on. He's got a big guy he's going up against. Number 55, Brandon Small.
Small making his known again, and Rittarelli's checking over to Pete Lancetta to make sure he wants to decline it, and he does. So 4th down coming up. 7:44 to go. And we'll see a Pedersen punt from Williamstown. Still waiting for that dinner in a box delivery? Pedersen's punt is short and goes out of bounds eventually at the 48-yard line. So that is only a 20-yard kick and nothing on the return, and the Hermits will get it there, and you're shaking your head no why.
Yeah, it's a tough situation on that punt because they had pretty much went with their safe punt unit. If you can get a forward roll, that would help out your field position. But for right now, Trey McClear and this Hermit offense is going to start in Williamstown territory.
Wasn't you that said when the ball isn't round, anything can happen?
Coach said they don't shape it around on purpose. It's going to take some funny bounces and weird spins.
7:36 to go in the second. Hermits take over at the Brave 48, and this is Udo, and Udo is out to the 40. Good run on 1st down.
Yeah, you see Williamstown kind of flexing in and out of their different defensive packages. This time they go with a 5-man front, but you lose contain on the outside. Good job. I believe it's Taylor Robinson out there corner that came up and make that tackle.
They gave him 7. 2nd down and about 3 from the 42. And this is Udo, and Udo's got a 1st down for the Hermits inside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, they did a great job double teaming Donovan Ezaraku. You're going to see him right there at the bottom of your screen. He got a little bit high. I know he's a little undersized to go against some of those big guys with his hand down as a 7-tech defensive end, but he's going to have to play a little bit lower, use some of that quickness, because they got the best of them on the double team there to get the 1st down for the prep.
It was Keyshawn Watkins who made the stop, but not before a pickup of 9 and a 1st down for St. Augustine. They're inside the Williamstown 35. 3-0 our score tonight on BFA. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, and our crew here in Williamstown. This is a McClear handoff, and this time Udo was stopped by Turner Inge and David Roberts. Loss of 3.
You see that time you finally keep Udo contained and keep him running between the tackles. Even though he's a big guy, 6 feet 205, you want him running downhill and get as many black shirts as you can around the football.
No, not a loss of 3. I'm sorry, I meant to say gain of 2, but it's actually a gain of 2, not a gain of 3. So it's 2nd down and 8. Ticking down to 5:40 to go. Franklin Sims is behind McClear, and that's Jaquez in motion. McClear, 2nd down throw, and a great play by Sab to knock it away from Udo, who was open along the near side.
And that's what these coaches and scouts are salivating about, just his versatility, that you could just kind of plug him and play as a 5-star athlete and recruit and anywhere in the skill position on the field. That time running with the wheel route from the safety position against Udo in coverage. Good breakup by Keon Top.
Sets up a 3rd and long for the Hermits. See?
And I'm interested to see, Chris, what some of these coaching staffs feel about him. If I could, finally get a chance to talk to some of these guys, where they project him to play at the next level, because he is so talented.
5:25 to go in the 3rd. That's McClear. I wonder if the ambulance lights are distracting him. I guess not. Bradley Powell is in motion. McClear, 3rd down pass is incomplete. Colbert was there, and Powell couldn't handle it.
And Colbert was there, but you're going to see Rocco Baldo come up at the very last second and force the contain to get that ball out immediately. As Araku widened it out, they had Udo on the edge to try to contain him, but Rocco Baldo failed to contain the quarterback, forced the throw. Now it was a little high, and a fourth down coming up. Great job defensively at all levels by Williamstown.
And this is certainly no man's land. Look how big the Hermits are up front. I mean, I kind of mentioned 33 is Robert Adamson, right? 6'2", 270. But let's talk about this guy, Gavin Kennedy, 6'5", 300, number 72. And now Lancetta calls a timeout. So we will take a break with him. 5:21 to go in the second. 3-0 Braves here on BFA.
You're looking to score in the 2020 Williamstown Braves season? Let's head over to Pizza Hut, official sponsor. Oh no! Could it be a fumble? No! Dougie Brown picking it up for the cheerleaders. Wasted no time finding a receiver over his fellow lineman. We've got Bruno and Cope out in front as he pitches it to Colbert. Colbert getting it to the Heisman pose, and Donovan looking to move the ball forward, or should we say pizza, and that's Rocco Baldo. You know he's not passing up a nice slice, piping hot from Pizza Hut. He's coming down, he's headed to the end zone, he's at the 10, the 5, and he's going to hit it back to the cheerleaders. You want to score for your family, head over to Pizza Hut, and to score some tickets, be sure to click on the link to buy your Williamstown season pass. Thanks to our friends at Pizza Hut, proud sponsor of Braves football.
I think that was a good time out there by Pete Lancetta. 4th down and 8 as we return to action. They need the 25-yard line. McClear throws it, and incomplete. It was off the hands of Hill.
And watch the good pass rush move by Izaraku. Top of the screen, just quick hand swipes, cleared inside. Still a good throw by McClear. You put the ball right on the numbers of your receiver. And I know Keon Saab is right there in the area, but if you're Nasir Hill, you're a team captain, you got to make that catch and try to move the chains. But another stop by the number 1 defense in South Jersey for the Williamstown Braves.
Still pitching that shutout. 3-0 Braves. 5:16 left until halftime here tonight from Williamstown. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, the crew here. The gang's all here. How about 4 cameras, Coffee? First down, screen pass. Trying to get Colbert in open space. And Colbert's going to pick up about 9. Good block, too, by Izaraku. It wasn't really a block. It was like one of those, he set a pick.
Just getting away. Quincy Noel gets a good block out there on the edge anyway, but if your guy falls down, who's been a menace in the backfield, in Trey McClear, good job by Izaraku being smart, not getting the clipping of the holding penalty, and you pick up a good gain on first down with the swing pass to Brody Colbert.
It was Bradley Powell on the tackle for the Hermits and a gain of 7, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 3. Option, and Brown can't get past Small. Great half by Small. They call him Brady.
And just a great job all around. You see the blitz. You see number 3, Vokalos, come up. He's got the pitch man. You got Small breaking through from the defensive line to take the quarterback, Dougie Brown. There is nowhere to go on that speed option. That's just great coaching and great execution by the prep.
3-yard loss on the play, so it's a 3rd and 6 with 4:35 on the clock in the second quarter. Lorenzo Hines in the backfield with Brown. 3 wide receivers, and Colbert coming in motion. Brown on 3rd down. In trouble, and he's going down. Vokalos tracked him down back at the 30. 2nd sack for the Hermits.
Yeah, you see right here Doug rolling out to his left. We necessarily don't like it offensively, but you don't get the edge set. There's nowhere for Doug Brown to dump the football off to, and he takes the sack to avoid another turnover. But did I mention Ali Frazier, Chris? I mean, these guys are going back and forth defensively. There's no reason why you can't think the first touchdown may win this game.
That's what this is all about. We built it as it was going to be a defensive matchup. And if you remember, Josh Friedman, when he talked to Doug before the game, he said it's going to be a defensive struggle. Pedersen's kick is down by Ezeraku at the 39-yard line, so no return for the Hermits. But they have the ball, 3:31 left in the second, and they have 2 timeouts left. Tonight is a very special night, and obviously if we had not had the circumstances that we have had, this place would be jam-packed. But I would like to take this moment to recognize Coach Frank Fusatola. Coach Fuse has become not only an inspiration, but also a good friend of both of ours and to the BFA crew, and we are so grateful for that. 27 years as a head football coach. Coach at the Prep, and of course he coached here at Williamstown. You know what his record was? 189-102. Now, high school's a lot different. I mean, you've got a lot of attrition, kids coming in and out. But that's incredible. 10 conference championships, 4 state championships. Great coach, and you know what? He's even a better man. First down, the handoff for the Hermits. Franklin Sims gets a couple up across the 40-yard line.
Just to say a few more words of Coach Fusatola, the things that he's done here at Williamstown, the culture that he has set, and the foundation that he has laid is going to continue on and on and on. The bar is set high. You come here, you're trying to be a state champion, and that's when you start to get recruits to transfer in, like Keon Saab, wanting to be a part of the legacy that Coach Fuse started here.
You know, as great as a coach he was, he's even a better man.
I have no doubt, and no lies were told there, Chris.
I mean, his commitment and his dedication to this program is nothing short of a miracle. And the field named after him, all of the hard work and the fundraising as McClear rolls out on second down, and that pass is caught along the far side. That's a first down for Kenneth Selby. Second target for Selby, first catch.
You see, that's a simpler throw. You got a left-handed quarterback rolling out to his left, and he makes that throw on the run, just a simple comeback route. The Prep's going to move the chains and move into Williamstown territory.
To the 48 with 2:32 to go. So, again, Coach Fuse, best wishes on your retirement. We send our best to you and Diane. Happy Halloween. At the 48, this is Udo off the far side, and he's out of bounds after pickup of 5. Colbert knocked him out. Second down coming up. So we've got, this is important here, right? Punch, counter punch, punch, counter punch. And like you said, Ali, what'd you say? Ali what, Frazier?
Ali Frazier.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Do you know, my father actually knew Joe Frazier because he would take his car to my dad to get fixed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Legendary.
We called him South Philly Louie. 2:25 on the clock in the second. 2 timeouts for the Hermits. The marker is the 39-yard line. Udo, left side, no room. Stop defensively.
Watch the last couple of runs, and I think maybe it's a respect factor, but a good job of coaching on the Prep side. Wherever number 11 is, Donovan Ezeraku, the Boston College commit, for the Braves, they're going the opposite way, and they're turning the corner. They're picking up, at least 3 or 4 yards in each of those run opportunities, but they're trying to stay away from running at one of the best pass rushers and frontline defenders you'll find in the state in Donovan Ezeraku.
They credit that last tackle to Joey Raccaboldo. So a gain of a yard, 3rd down and 4. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second, still 3-0. And McClear looks near side and is inaccurate. He had Nasir Hill and he missed him.
Yeah, Hill runs a simple hitch route, kind of sits down inside, maybe a yard or two too deep more than his quarterback thought he was going to run that route. The errant throw, Williamstown for the second time gets lucky to get off the field by miscommunication or a drop between quarterback and wide receiver from the Prep.
And so they will send out Hickey for the 4th time. You hear the coaches next to us screaming about something. And this is Sab from the 10. Can he get to that edge? No, he can't. And he's going down. At the 5, he lost the ball. Ball is out, and they're going to give the ball to the Hermits. They're going to say that it was free, and Franklin Sims comes away with it inside the 5-yard line.
You cannot make a decision like this. This is the second time on a punt right here. Just get upfield, pick up a couple yards, and try to get down. But you've been flanked already. Trying to see, was he down already? I think that ball is out, Chris.
That ball is definitely out, and it was Nathan Grudy, number 15, who was the one who stripped the ball. And a sideline warning has been issued against the Braves. And I think Rittarelli signaled a 5, which means that was the second sideline warning. We must have missed one, so a 5-yard penalty, which will be half the distance. And the ball's at the 8-yard line. So now the Braves are pushed back because of the fumble by Sab. First and goal for the Hermits. Sims, and the big boy gets inside the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up, down to 1:10 to go and 2 timeouts left for the prep.
You see Sab at the very end trying to rip that ball out. He's trying to make a play for his defense, knowing that for the second time this season, he's made a blunder on a punt return, a chance for Williamstown to get the ball back offensively. You got to take care of the football. It's rule number 1, -2 in the turnover department so far.
Udo and Sims, and a flag is going to shut this down with a false start penalty against St. Augustine.
This is awesome, Chris. We're right here next to the coaching staff up here in the press box. Williamstown coaches, they're getting fired up. They're calling out every formation and run. They've been watching their film all week. They know what's coming. They're prepared for this team. They've been waiting on it. We talked about it. Only team to beat Williamstown last 2 years.
They'll make great officials. You know that? It's second and goal. From the 10, with Hill in motion. They give it, though, to Jaquez, and he's going to find the end zone. Touchdown. There is a flag down.
I can hear the coaches screaming about a hold because they turned the corner a little bit too easily. You get turned down inside. You got to be able to keep contained or stay in your gap.
If it's on anybody, it would be Sims at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I think right at the point of attack, right in that tight end.
Well, if they put the ball at the 15, then that's who the flag was on. Do we have that again, David? So the ball is at the 14, so the flag fell at the 4. Watch 27, watch Franklin Sims. Oh, we missed it. But Franklin Sims was the one who was guilty of the hold.
It's going to be big. We got 20 seconds left in this first half. You can back the prep up and get out of a disastrous situation after the fumble on the punt.
Right there.
Yeah, he didn't need to. He didn't need to. His back at the edge anyway.
So now it's second and goal from the 14. McClear to the end zone and incomplete, and Colbert broke it up. Selby was open.
He was open. I can see the coach now. I can hear him say, oh boy, somebody got beat in coverage, but Brody Colbert makes a play. Again, Roccabaldo keeping contained, forcing the throw. Brody just playing right through the hands, doesn't get the pass interference penalty that you see so often. That's a headsy play from a senior leader here at Williamstown.
It's a lot of pressure on that deep official because they see the defender turning their back to the ball, making sure that there's no contact. So a timeout taken by the prep. They have one left with 14 seconds to go, and we'll come right back and for that big third down play here on BFA.
You're looking to score in the 2020 Williamstown Braves season? Let's head over to Pizza Hut, official sponsor.
Big day of closet organizing and jigsaw puzzling? Get Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and your choice of pasta or wings. Sealed for your safety, all in one box. Choose contactless delivery or new curbside pickup at pizzahut.com.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
One timeout left for the Hermits. 14 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. This started at the 8-yard line with a Keon Sabb fumble on a punt. And here we are, and again, Coffee, the defense is...
Here's your opportunity. This is going to be a win for Williamstown.
Flexing, and now the Braves are going to call a timeout. So it's one of those things with basketball where you see how they came out lined up, and then you countered with your lineup.
Because this is big. I mean, even for Williamstown to allow a field goal opportunity and to go into this locker room tied, to know that you've lost 2 turnovers in this half in the other team's side of the field, and to come out with a 3-3 ball game, you got to believe in your defense is the best in South Jersey.
Pat Gallagher, first-year head coach. You know, we talk about it each week, the shoes that he's had to fill. But the continuity in the coaching staff was important. We talked to Pat a couple times before the season. Of course, we had him on the coaches show before week 2. And he says the same thing. There's defensive coordinator Mike Seidenberg over to the right. That's the Braves' first timeout. 14 seconds left. The ball is at the 14. It's a 3rd and goal. So if you're Pete Lanzetta, do you want to get a play to get you close? Or do you want to go for it?
I think you got to go for it. I think you got to trust your kicker to maybe tie this up from the 14-yard line. Don't put yourself into a dangerous situation throwing at number 3. I'm just saying that right now. Find out where Keon Sabb is. Try to go away from him.
Here it is. Hill in motion. They're going to roll McClear out. Pumps it once. Chased out. Now throws. Wide open touchdown. Selby in the corner.
And Selby just found a way to stay alive. Scramble rules apply. They do the rollout. Double team Donovan Ezaraku. You had an opportunity right there in the quarterback's face, and you slip and fall. Couldn't get a number on who that was, but he just stays alive long enough to throw all the way back across your body. And if the guy's wide open, you can get away from that. Get away with that. There's nothing Cody Legamba can do about it. First score for a touchdown goes to the Prep.
And the first touchdown that the Braves defense have given up all season, and all set up with the fumble. And Bispo's extra point is good. It's 7-3. The Prep with 3 seconds to go in the second quarter. First touchdown this year given up by Mike Seidenberg's defense, and you got to give him credit. I mean, they gave him the ball at the 8-yard line.
And you had opportunities, and we could hear the coaching staff on that punt that Keon Sabb ended up fumbling on. There was nobody on the gunner. And the coaching staff was screaming like, hey, who's out here? Who's out here? Down at the bottom going against Kenneth Selby. I think he was the one out wide, number 9, and no one was on him. The punter didn't realize it. He ends up punting the ball, but it worked out for the Prep nonetheless, and they take a 7-3 lead.
Not much of a scoring drive, and with 3 seconds left, we should probably see the pooch kick from Bispo. So officially it goes down as a 14-yard touchdown to Selby. Braves will get the ball to start the second half.
Who's itching to get the ball? That kid right there in the middle of your screen, number 3. Talked about his accolades, but you got to do better, especially in the punt return area. That's 2 fumbles you've lost so far this season. For the best player in the state, one of the best in the country, we expect better. And I'm sure he's going to be better in the rest of this game.
And I'm sure he's not going to see this ball. Little pooch, fielded. It's Paul Williams who fell on top of it, and they didn't start the clock at all.
I thought they had at least 2 seconds. He just fell down on it. They didn't start the clock.
They didn't start the clock.
Yeah, there should be 1 play at least for Williamstown left. I see the referees discussing it.
No, he's calling halftime. Rittarelli's calling halftime. So that's the end of the half. They're saying that it was touched and then it was recovered, which means that the clock starts on the first contact, and that's the end of the first half here tonight at Williamstown. You see the score, the Hermits 7 and the Braves 3 here on BFA Sports, exclusively sponsored by the Pizza Hut.
Big day of closet organizing and jigsaw puzzling? Get Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and your choice of pasta or wings. Sealed for your safety, all in 1 box. Choose contactless delivery or new curbside pickup at pizzahut.com.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one outpizzas the Hut.
You're looking to score the 2020 Williamstown Braves season? Let's head over to Pizza Hut, official sponsor. Oh no! Could it be a fumble? No! Dougie Brown picking it up for the cheerleaders. Wasted no time finding a receiver over his fellow lineman. He's got Bruno and Cope out in front as he pitches it to Colbert. Colbert getting it to the Heisman pose, and Donovan looking to move the ball forward, or should we say pizza, and that's Rocco Bulldog. You know he's not passing up a nice slice, piping hot from Pizza Hut. He's coming down, he's headed to the end zone, he's at the 10, the 5, and he's going to hand it back to the cheerleaders. You want to score for your family, head over to Pizza Hut, and to score some tickets, be sure to click on the link to buy your Williamstown season pass. Thanks to our friends at Pizza Hut, proud sponsor of Braves football.
Mars and Jupiter from the Planet Suite, Jerry Goldsmith's end credits from Star Trek First Contact, and Coldplay's A Sky Full of Stars. Music arrangement by Ryan J. Williams. Percussion arrangements by Brian Paduros and Sean DeSigne. Drill design by Sam Brooks. Instructional staff is the band director is Val Coots. Assistant director is Bill Rapp. Color guard is Bridget Ferrera and Gina Parada. And percussion, Alan Kinsey and Sean DeSigne. Our student leadership, the drum majors, Kamora Scott, Amber Medeiros, and Jordan Osher. Field captain is Anthony Otlowski. Woodwind section, Dahlia Jones. Brass section leader, Antonio Guzman. Battery section leader, Jack Bonica. Front ensemble section leader, Thomas Jarvis. Color guard section leader, Stevie Hudak. Thank you to all of the WHS parents and volunteers for their continued support. We hope you enjoy our performance.
Yeah, that's why I'm blue as well.
I don't know. I would hate to go to Air Force too, but. That? Proud. They're top. They're proud. They're you're right, but. I think you're proud of you guys. Yo, see Richie say, Richie, I'm your dad. No, don't say that. You know that. No, I didn't.
Drum majors, is your band ready? Performing their 2020 program into the Williamstown High School marching names, you may now take the field in exhibition.
We meet in an hour of change and challenge, in a decade of hope and fear, in an age of both knowledge and ignorance. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because Fractal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
Just like them. Just like them. Just like them.
Big day of closet organizing and jigsaw puzzling? Get Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and your choice of pasta or wings. Sealed for your safety, all in one box. Choose contactless delivery or new curbside pickup at pizzahut.com.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one outpizzas the Hut.
You're looking to score in the 2020 Williamstown Braves season? Let's head over to Pizza Hut, official sponsor. Oh no! Could it be a fumble? No! Dougie Brown picking it up for the cheerleaders. Wasted no time finding a receiver over his fellow lineman. You got Bruno and Cope out in front as he pitches it to Colbert. Colbert getting it to the Heisman pose, and Donovan looking to move the ball forward, or should we say pizza, and that's Rocca Bulldog. You know he's not passing up a nice slice, piping hot from Pizza Hut. He's coming down, he's headed to the end zone, he's at the 10, the 5, and he's going to hand it back to the cheerleaders. You want to score for your family, head over to Pizza Hut, and to score some tickets, be sure to click on the link to buy your Williamstown season pass. Thanks to our friends at Pizza Hut, proud sponsor of Braves football.
My dad was there on me. Obviously, your defense is trash. Your O-line's not terrible. You're gonna leave That's still good. I think this year bro, you're telling me, bro, he's throwing through Michael Gallup. He's throwing to Michael Gallup and Mark Cooper. Last year we were throwing through Dre Ward. Bro, they were getting practices on the season. You like Raiders, bro? He's got like 2 drops in his team. Change our medical staff. You see it, bro? If he sees the Jets get the first round pick, he's gonna play my center. Or he could do what Eli said. When Eli got drafted by the Chargers, Eli said, "I'm not playing for you guys." I'm trying to think of teams that really compete. I think the Falcons and
That's the officials getting together as we are ready to start the second half here. 7-3. Hermits at halftime, and it was because of a Keon Sabb fumble on a punt return, gave the ball to the Hermits at the 8, and they went backwards, but then a 14-yard touchdown pass from Tom McClear to Ken Selby, and that's the scoring for St. Augustine. Brendan Amico with a 38-yard field goal to open the scoring that capped a 58-yard drive that stalled at the 21-yard line. So that's where we are, 7-3 to start the second half. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, our BFA Sports crew here tonight in Williamstown. Split screen. And you can see that the Braves are going to receive the second half kickoff as they deferred in the opening toss.
You can also see the way Doug Stasek and his staff has stepped up their game for BFA Sports and our production of Williamstown High School football presented by Pizza Hut. New camera angles, and all of our guys just doing an awesome job. Just putting on. We got the easy job, Chris. We just sit here and talk about these awesome kids, and get a little cold out here because it's
wind chill.
A little bit.
The wind chill is 37 degrees. Actual temperature 41 as we wait for a Bispo kick to start this second half. And I wonder what Coach Gallagher does as Bispo does a wipeout on the kickoff, and this is returned up front. It's Quincy Knoll, and he gets across the 40-yard line before he's pushed back. So good field position for the Braves, and Bispo, whoops.
Ooh, that may be Sports Center. Not top 10.
Not top 10.
Scott Van Pelt maybe, but good job by at least getting the kick down the field. And Williamstown's got to come out offensively and find a way to get this ball. They're going to need a touchdown, obviously being down by 4 points, but going against this stout defense, especially up the middle, is going to be tough sledding against this prep defense.
Paul Williams was the returner for the Braves, number 10. Motion on first down. This is a handoff, and this is Turner Inge. And Inge is close to the 35-yard line, got only about a yard. I'll tell you what, the Hermits, I think it's that size that are showing, but that's also speed from the outside.
You see Jacquez, number 5, he's coming down from the backside, and most teams, they won't have the speed to turn that corner from an unblocked defender and run down a player the caliber of Turner Inge, but the prep, they have that type of talent.
The gain of yard, it's a second down now and 9, and Colbert in motion. Second down pass to Brown. It's thrown low, but caught by Sabb, and good enough for a first down to the 47.
Good job. You get Brody Colbert on the bubble screen. Just wait on that second window slant. First slant was Donovan Ezaraku going across the field. You see him right there in the middle of the field, and coming right behind him, Keon Saab after it's cleared out. Easy pitch and catch for Doug Brown.
First down at the 47 for the Braves. First 2 minutes of play here in the third quarter. They roll out Brown, and then he keeps it, and across midfield he gets dumped. But he picked up 5 yards on the play.
He gets up, and he's kind of looking at his sideline like, I'm good. Just a great job by forcing the pitch, getting up the field by Vokalos. The linebacker, number 3 from the prep. Doug Brown decides to tuck it and keep it and picks up about 4.5 yards on first down.
Flag came in, though, and I wonder if they're going to get Dougie Brown for using his helmet to initiate contact. No, it's a personal foul against the Braves. Well, and there's another one. Or no, they just threw it back at the official that threw it, so Rittarelli was the one who threw it. So we've got some jawing because you can see the Hermits, the way they're reacting, that it's not over yet, and they're still pointing fingers. So the problem with this is it's 15 yards, that's after the play, so the down counts, and it's second down and a long way for the Braves. About 22 yards.
For a team that doesn't really know what defeat tastes like other than going against this prep team, you've been running through South Jersey, and this is the only team that has stood in your way over the past 2 seasons. They can match you talent for talent, but you have to be smart and be poised. Even in a pressure situation, second half, you're down in this football game against a ranked team, you got to be smarter.
Sabb in motion, a long way to go. Sabb, and he falls down after that pitch. And Braves are going backwards. Third down and plenty.
I can't tell if this is a double pass because Sabb is kind of slowing down. Doug throws him up the field a little bit, and he slips and falls down. And as you talked about, this opening drive is going the wrong way after that first down completion and a first down 5-yard run by Doug Brown in the speed option. The penalties and that mistake has Williamstown third and a mile.
You see the graphic, 3rd and 25. And 4 wide receivers for Brown. Third down, he throws a little screen. And Colbert gets it back up to the 40.
Yeah, this infield is getting tore up. I was looking for the screen pass, and it came out. Turner just tries to get his feet under him. I thought he should have just ran that out. His lead blocker, I couldn't see who that was, had an angle to get a block on Nasir Hill. He may have been able to turn up the sideline and make a play.
My bad. That was Turner Inge and not Brody Colbert. So it's a 4th down. It's at the 40. And we get another Pedersen punt.
Looks like Williamstown is confused. They've only got 10 men, look like, on the field for this punt unit.
Lorenzo Hines makes 11. So a promising start to the drive, though, as Pedersen's punt goes the way of the Braves on the bounce, and they needed that. So that's a 35-yard punt. Nothing on the return. Hermits on offense up 7-3 with 8:42 here in the 3rd quarter.
It's obviously a good Williamstown roll to get the ball down inside the 25-yard line and let this defense set up. After giving up their first touchdown of the season here, we're almost at Halloween, obviously with the shortened season, but they've been stout so far on this unit for Coach Scheidenberg.
Well, the calendar might say Halloween, but the thermometer says Christmas. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Hermits. Tom McClear. That's a handoff. And there's Mills, or Sims rather, and Sims picks up a couple to the 29, a gain of about 3.
That's the toughness of Roccabaldo here. See, he just piled it up. He just gets low, gets around the ankles. Nobody's going anywhere with their feet tied together. Solid tackle by Joey Roccabaldo. A little on the short side for a middle linebacker at the college level, but you won't find anybody in the state that plays tougher than that young man.
As we like to say, end of run when it reaches a certain level, and Roccabaldo is that certain level. Under 8 minutes to go in the 3rd. 7-3. St. Augustine in front tonight.
Unbalanced line to the left side of the offense.
And they run the other way with Udo, and Udo dragging people and gets a 1st down. It took 3 Braves to take him down. But a gain of 13 up to 40, 1st down.
And you see at the very last second as they broke the huddle, Gavin Kennedy, their big 6'5 junior tackle, number 72, he goes on the other side. You got 4 offensive linemen to the left side of the center. They come back with a counter play to the right and pick up a 1st down.
So from the 40-yard line, a 1st down for the Hermits. Still trying to find out who that personal foul was on. I won't be surprised if it was number 6. Hill in motion. Instead, it's Sims. Braves stop it. Brody Colbert got in there along with Turner Inge.
Just tough, gritty plays defensively. This is the time where you're going to have to make a stop, especially in a situation like this where you can keep field position relatively in your favor if you're Williamstown. Good run stuff on that 1st down play here. You bring up a 3rd and long with a stop here, and you got a chance to get the ball back and hopefully take the lead back.
So a 2nd down and 9 now at the 41.
See that unbalanced line look again to the left side.
And Selby is the wideout on that side. It's Hill in motion and Udo off the counter. He'll be about 4 yards short of a 1st down.
They motion back to the right. You see they bring the pulling guard, Vincent Easom, back around him. He's a freshman listed at 6 feet 255. Looks a little bigger than that.
So now Coach Seidenberg, 3rd down and 4 in this alignment, takes Turner Inge out.
Forgive me, that was Sam Gruber, number 51, coming around. Yeah, he's a little bit bigger, about 265 he's listed at. But here we go, 3rd down here for Williamstown. Can this Braves defense get a stop and get the ball back for Dougie Brown?
And we won't know right away because the timeout was taken by the Prep. That's their first timeout. 7-3 Hermits on BFA.
Big day of closet organizing and jigsaw puzzling? Get Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and your choice of pasta or wings. Sealed for your safety, all in one box. Choose contactless delivery or new curbside pickup at pizzahut.com.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
BFA Sports coverage of Williamstown Braves, exclusively sponsored by the Pizza Hut. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, and our BFA Sports crew here tonight in Williamstown. A timeout taken by the Prep on a 3rd down and 4 with 5:26 to go in the third quarter. 7-3 St. Augustine. And McClear in the backfield. Udo joins him. Long count. 3rd down throw from McClear is too far and incomplete for Bradley Powell.
That situation as a quarterback, you're rolling out to your left, your dominant hand, but your mechanics are wrong. You're falling back on that throw, and I realize it's good coverage by Brody Colbert. And it looked like a situation where Trey McClear just wanted to throw it away, protect the football, and let his defense play.
Chase Hickey out for his 5th punt. And that last one dropped his average to 30 yards a kick. Colbert signals fair catch at the 23-yard line. That's a 33-yard kick. Nothing on the return. The Braves are back on offense with 5:14 left in the third.
Here we go. Doug Brown in this offense get another opportunity. Losing the turnover battle. The penalties are about the same. Obviously too many for two teams as talented as these. Number 1 versus number 7, according to Josh Freeman's South Jersey rankings.
What does Josh Freeman know anyway, right? He is on top of things. So much so that the first half stats are brought to you by him. Lorenzo Hines, his first carry of the night, and he picks up 3. So here are the stats that Josh fed to us, right? For the Prep, Udo, 11 carries, 47 yards, and he has 2 more in this half. McClear, 3 for 10, 23 yards, got the touchdown. Selby's got 2 catches.
Robert Adams, number 33. You talked about him earlier, Chris. He's following the lines of Isaiah Rakes, who wore 34 in that Prep uniform.
Brown keeps this, and he is to the 30, and a flag is in. So we'll check the flag.
See Adamson again. He just plays off his defender. The flag is out wide, so.
Ritterelli. He's not sure what he wants to do. I think he's going over to Pete Lancetta and telling him, what do you want to do? So this is going to go against the Braves. It's a legal formation. So they are going to accept it. So instead of 2nd and 7, it's going to be 2nd down and 12. Now that flag is 5 men in the backfield. So do we have the beginning of that play, David? Let's hold off on that. Shotgun, 2nd down, throw, caught. That's Azaraku, 1st down to the 38.
So that's the second biggest play of the day so far. You go with the wide lateral motion. You get your tight end, Donovan Azaraku. down the middle of the field for a nice catch and a first down gain to get you out of that long yardage situation.
Saw him before the game, and I just love talking to the kids before the game, and you can see how their motor's going. Of course, Dougie's out, and Brody. But, I mean, then you had Roccabaldo, he'll run through a brick wall in the pregame, but this guy always has a smile on his face, talking about Ezraku. Nice to see. Hines, first down to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. He'll fit nicely in Chestnut Hill, won't he?
I agree. The ACC better watch out. But just talk about this defensive line and the prep. Just look how they just win the line of scrimmage man for man. And you don't have to commit 7 or 8 guys up front to stop the run. When your front 4 can shed blocks, control blockers, obviously with the big size advantage they have up front, it's a luxury to have for this Hermit defense.
No gain on the play. It's a 2nd down and 10, coming down to 3:15 to go in the third. Colbert is sent wide. Brown throws. Caught. Sab midfield. First down Braves. Caught it right underneath Vokalos.
Other than the deep post route, that's about the 3rd catch. You see Keon Saab on an in-breaking route just sitting right there in between the corner and the linebacker.
I hacked the fuck out of it. That just comes out of nowhere. Just puts a glove in the back.
Simple slant route combination. I can hear some of the coaching staff at Williamstown asking for a sluggo. That's a slant and go, a double move with the #1 athlete in the country.
Pressure coming. Braves see it, and Brown with a completion. Brody Colbert was tackled by the neck, but he got 5.
Now you got some rhythm. Doug Brown just sees trips formation to the right. They're playing off just a simple 3-yard route. Get the ball out to Brody Colbert, let him do the rest. You pick up 5 yards on first down.
Another tackle by Vokalos. Remind you of the Lenape game a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, this is these two teams, Chris, when they come to play each other, first of all, there is no love lost between these two programs. You see Doug Brown chirping a little bit.
2nd down, about 5. Brown keeps. Brown is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Loss on the play. Adamson making the stop for the Hermits.
Yeah, in that situation, you just see white shirts in the backfield right now. Just Adamson, he's just all over in the backfield. I thought that was a situation where Doug Brown could have gave it and got some plays up front to Hines and got some yardage. Yeah. We're going to bring up a 3rd down. Looks like a passing situation for Williamstown. You had an opportunity earlier on the screen pass and your running back slipped. Can they get back to it? You see Hines next to Doug Brown in the backfield now.
3rd and 7. Brown throws wide open. Brody Colbert down to the 25. 27-yard gain. Brown to Brody Colbert.
Watch Lorenzo Rodriguez Hines pick up the blitz right there. You got Leonard Dolson, outside linebacker, coming down on your quarterback. He picks up the blitz. Gives his quarterback, Doug Brown, enough time to find Brody Colbert for the first down.
Well, we got a flag on the play, and here's Ritterelli to tell us what it is. Flag is on the far side of the field, and the pass was on the near side of the field. So he's now communicating with the crew member. He's got a microphone, radios, dead ball. Sideline warning is going to go against the prep. So that's a team warning. That's the first one. So somewhere along the line, the Braves must have got one. So the play will stand. 27 yards and a first down for the Braves. They are inside the Hermit 15. They're at the 13-yard line.
I know Doug Brown's going to be looking. Keon Saab's at the bottom of the screen. He's deep in the backfield. There he goes in motion.
And Brown's going to look his way. Now he throws back. Touchdown to Brody Colbert.
Wow. You see the offense go down there and celebrate with their receiver. You got the rollout pass. Doug Brown looking for the corner route, but he comes back to Brody Colbert under pressure, just over 2 defenders from the prep. Great clutch catch by Brody Colbert, and the Braves take the lead.
How about that drive?
Started with that good job on the play-action pop pass to Donovan Ezeraku to get him out of that 2nd and 13 situation after the penalty.
78-yard touchdown drive.
The curl route to Keon Saab.
And a 13-yard touchdown pass to Colbert.
His second on that drive. He had the big crossing route earlier.
Yes, he did. Miko adds the extra point. And with 38 seconds to go in the third, the Braves are now up 10-7 here on BFA Sports. We'll stay right here because we've got 38 seconds left in the quarter, and I will tell you this, that the Brave defense, with the exception, I mean, what more can you do? They gave them the ball at the 8-yard line, but you're happy about something.
We're happy you got a ball game still.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep warm, too. That's another thing. Trying to keep moving, keep the blood flowing, and keep warm. The temperature's dropping, the scores get tighter.
You know, we always go back to the first game we ever did together in Millville, right?
The opposing games. You know, we got a game in the desert. We had a game in the Arctic. You know, we've seen it all.
That was one of the coldest nights. We were back in Millville, right?
Well, Millville was the hot night.
That was the first one.
That was the first game.
Then we were
burning
back there.
hot. And then we've had some cold ones. We've had some beautiful weather down in Ocean City.
Oh my, that was
the backdrop, the Ferris wheel.
Yeah. You know, 5 years of memories ain't too bad.
Not at all. You got a quarter and 38 seconds to create some more here. Number 16 team in the state of New Jersey, according to Max Preps. The number 6 defending state champion Williamstown Braves locked in a 10-7 ball game to close out the third quarter.
Again, a 78-yard drive. And now the Braves are in front. This is Hill bouncing off. And he gets to the 33-yard line. A little extracurricular activity. Should I tell you who got involved? 32 seconds left. First down for the Hermits. They'll put it at the 34-yard line. Had nothing to do with the tackle and the contact, actually. Nathaniel Bethea on special teams with the tackle, but Brody Colbert was wrapped up all the way back down with Riley Lisger down at the 20-yard line, and the coaching staff was screaming, throw the flag.
You got to stop him somehow. I mean, Brody's got a couple pass breakups, at least three third down conversions that he stopped being the primary guy in coverage. 2 big catches and the touchdown to give Williamstown the lead.
They're up by 3 with 30 seconds to go. McClear's pass is caught. Hill underneath, and that's close to a first down. This will depend on the spot, and more than likely will be the final play of this quarter.
And I like that. That's just a quarterback RPO, just understanding the situation. You got a big cushion on the Sear Hill out wide. You just pop up. You don't even run the play as called. You throw the hitch route. You pick up an easy first down.
And that will be the final play of the third quarter. End of 3 here tonight in Williamstown. An exciting 12 minutes awaits. It's 10-7 Williamstown on BFA Sports.
You're looking to score in the 2020 Williamstown Braves season? Let's head over to Pizza Hut, official sponsor. Oh no! Could it be a fumble? No! Dougie Brown picking it up for the cheerleaders. Wasted no time finding a receiver over his fellow lineman. We've got Bruno and Cope out in front as he pitches it to Colbert. Colbert getting it to the Heisman pose and Donovan. Donovan looking to move the ball forward, or should we say pizza. And that's Rocca Bulldog. You know he's not passing up a nice slice, piping hot from Pizza Hut. He's coming down, he's headed to the end zone, he's at the 10, the 5, and he's going to hand it back to the cheerleaders. You want to score for your family, head over to Pizza Hut, and to score some tickets, be sure to click on the link to buy your Williamstown season pass. Thanks to our friends at Pizza Hut, proud sponsor of Braves football.
Pizza Hut is a proud sponsor of Williamstown football. Thanks to the Huddle Club. For more information to get your pay-per-view information, visit the Huddle Club on their website at whsfootballhuddleclub.com. Start of the fourth here on BFA. 1st and 10 for the Hermits. They're at the 44-yard line. McClear's got 3 wideouts. Fakes to Udo. Near side, Selby brings it back. Gets away from 1 and gets back to about the line of scrimmage plus a yard. That's a lot of running for a gain of 1.
Yeah, that's just good hustle by the defense to finally get him on the ground. That's a supreme athlete. You come off that play fake, and you like to see Turner Inge get up the field, and right there, stay on your lane, stay up the field. Keon Sabas finally had him corralled in. Pick up about 1 or 2 yards, but you run a lot laterally. You see he's cramping up. Selby, after running all that way on this cold weather night.
Selby, the injured Hermit, back with more.
Big day of closet organizing and jigsaw puzzling? Get Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box. 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and your choice of pasta or wings. Sealed for your safety, all in one box. Choose contactless delivery or new curbside pickup at pizzahut.com.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
We come back to action on a 2nd down and 9 following the injury timeout. This is Udo right side. This is his 18th carry of the ball game, and he is wrapped up after a gain of about 3.
This is going to be a grinded out fest. You see he gets up the field trying to protect the football. Joey Roccabaldo has the Rocco, Turner Inge. They're all gang tackling. The big tough runner from the prep bringing up a 3rd down situation for this Braves defense.
Now normally this is the situation that Mike Seidenberg really likes. By the way, that original stuffed crust, you know it's only $13.99?
Just $13.99.
1 topping. But you got to use the promo code LE. 3rd and 5. First 2 minutes of play in the 4th quarter. The Braves up 10-7 tonight. Anyway, normally I would say Mike Seidenberg really likes these situations because he can be aggressive, but being undersized on the offensive line, I'm curious if they bring pressure here. It's a fake to Powell. It's kept by McClear, and it's a 1st down to the 40.
Yeah, they're just going to go right downhill. You see the double team right off the back. You got some backups in the game. I was looking up front for Xavier Alexander and some of those other guys from this Williamstown front. They were not in the game, and they got blown off the ball there.
Drive continues for the Hermits. They're at the 40. Braves have the lead. A 13-yard touchdown pass to Brody Colbert from Dougie Brown in the 3rd quarter, and they're up 10-7. Powell is in motion. Again, McClear keeps and gets a couple, and the ball is out.
Oh, he got lucky
no
there.
Signal yet.
Yeah, I think he got back on it. He's down there fighting, and the referee's signal.
Yep. It is still Hermit's ball, and it's going to be 3rd down. Let me ask you a question.
Sir?
How many times do you think the ball switches when it goes in that big, gigantic pile?
Well, let's see here. I mean, at the end of the day, it's only one that matters who comes up with it.
At the end.
Yeah, at the very last second, I believe that's McClear, the guy who fumbled as the quarterback.
So 2nd down and 6 after a pickup of 4 on that play. Quez is in motion, but this play is shut down before the snap. And Rittarelli has a false start.
That could turn out to be a big penalty for the Prep, and I'll tell you why, Chris. They were running the ball down Williamstown's throat. You see a little bit of hands on hips and some fatigue from this defensive front. Even though Ezaraku, as good as he is an undersized man trying to play a hand-down defensive end and not his true natural outside linebacker position against this strong Prep front. You back him up to 2nd and 11 for this play.
.8:35 in the fourth quarter, and a 3-point lead for the Braves. 2nd and 11, Udo. Can't get away from Ezaraku.
And a great job.
Zach Bourgeois.
Yeah, Bourgeois. He gets down on the ground. You see Ezaraku rock a ball to Brody Colbert, but 58 was at the bottom of that pile. He's the one playing nose guard right now. I haven't seen Xavier Alexander on the field in a while, but Bourgeois holding his own on that second down play, bringing up a 3rd and long.
Zach's a junior, 5'11", 230 pounds. So it's a 3rd down and 7. The marker is the 30-yard line.
See Ezaraku, he's starting to reach down like he was starting to cramp up in that calf area. He's going to have to fight through it in this 3rd down play.
It's Powell in motion. McClear chased out, throws deep, and this is going to be an easy pick. Braves get it on the turnover. Keyshawn Watkins.
And that's a good situation. You get the pressure from Bourgeois behind the quarterback, rolling to his left. He just throws up basically a prayer. That almost looked like a punt on a 3rd down situation. And Keyshawn Watkins comes up with the interception.
Can you rewind that one, David? I'm going to count how many Braves are in coverage on that pass. I'm holding a 4 up. Let's see if I'm correct here.
And a great job by Mike Seidenberg in this defense holding again. When you had, I talked about it, Chris, it was going to be big. That penalty that they took for illegal motion from the Prep.
1, 2, 3. Yep, that's 4.
Yeah, 4 defenders, 2 receivers. I think that's just benefits the Braves.
Braves take over following the turnover, and Turner Inge picks up a couple. Ball came out, but after, and Vokalos thinks he has it. And he does not.
It's close. I can't see. He's turning his back turned to him.
Half his body was down the side of his body, right? See if David has that one again.
We need a camera on the far side to see if that ball was out.
I think David's looking to see if we have it. Let's see. No, that's not the one. That's the one.
See right here. Is he spinning around?
He's down right there.
It's close. It's close. This is the NFL. I think that red flag will be out there from.
Well, if it's the NFL, you probably let it go to a fumble because they get reviewed automatically, right?
Well, that favors
change of position.
Yeah, that favors the home team or the team that is on defense if you make that call.
Inge for a yard, 3rd down, and you can see the running game up the middle. It's really difficult, but you know that offensive line they're undersized and they're getting some pushback though. They're getting some contact there.
And see, schematically, you have to double team those big guys up front, and you leave a defender on the edge. We're talking a Division I caliber defender who's actually on the ground right now, sadly, in Dennis Jacques.
It'll be 3rd and 7 when we come back.
You're looking to score in the 2020 Williamstown Braves season? Let's head over to Pizza Hut, official sponsor. Oh no! Could it be a fumble? No! Dougie Brown picking it up for the cheerleaders. Wasted no time finding a receiver over his fellow lineman. You've got Bruno and Cope out in front as he pitches it to Colbert. Colbert getting it to the Heisman pose, and Donovan looking to move the ball forward, or should we say pizza, and that's Rocco Boldo. You know he's not passing up a nice slice, piping hot from Pizza Hut. He's coming down, he's headed to the end zone, he's at the 10, the 5, and he's going to hand it back to the cheerleaders. You want to score for your family, head over to Pizza Hut and score some.
Good. All right. So a 3rd down and 7. Brown throws near side. It's right through the hands of Quincy Noel.
Doug kind of waited and hitched on that pass play. Good pass protection up front. You got a wide open window. Noel's coming back for that comeback route. That would have been big. You could have took another 2 minutes off that clock with each first down, nursing a 3-point lead against the number 16 visiting Hermits from Richmond, New Jersey.
Oh, there's a spot for you. I like that because, it flows there.
Learning from the best.
Yeah, the Braves need a really, really good Pedersen kick here. He's standing at his goal line. Gets it away. It's short. Needs a good bounce, and he'll get it.
Good enough.
Out across the 40. Marked at the 41-yard line. So with 5:53 to go, Hermits have it at the Williamstown 41, and they trail by 3. How about the other scores? You want to go with that?
What do you got, Chris?
I'll tell you, I got a lot. Got a lot. And by the way, you can get these scores at scorestream.com. That's scorestream.com. We have Lacey Township 21-0 in the fourth over Barnegat. Woodstown leading Pennsville 6-0. That's a rivalry down there in Salem County. At the 41-yard line, it's a first down for the Hermits. 5:53 to go. Selby is in motion. The handoff. Sims gets away for a little bit.
Taylor Robinson, the littlest guy on this defense, he comes up with a shoestring tackle because you got your whole right side of your defensive line, and even the Sear Lane number 4, he kind of falls inside to try to stop the run and loses contain on that side. Good job by Taylor Robinson, number 20 right there, making that tackle. We're under 5:30 here.
Pick up a 4, second down, and about long 6 yards to go. Surprised that Coach Lancetta is taking his time.
I think they should, because throwing the ball against this defense and seeing what happened with Keyshawn Watkins and the interception, Brody Cobert's all over the place. They're going to try to be safe with the football.
McClear keeps it, lost it. Ball was out. I think Joey Roccabaldo's got it.
He got it back, though. He might have took it from Joey. Oh, I think he took it back.
He did get it.
I think he did. I think he took it back from Joey Roccabaldo.
It looked like Joey had
Brody
it.
Colbert.
Wow.
Brody Colbert, I mean, he's looking like player of the game, obviously, with the only touchdown scored for the Williamstown Braves. Big force fumble there. Couldn't come up with it. It's going to bring up a third down situation.
Now, you had mentioned that you don't think that they should be in a hurry, not a hurry up, at least in hurry mode. Why?
Because you got the ball in, obviously, in Williamstown territory. I think it's 4-down position. You've got to go for this right here if you don't get it, if you're the prep.
After this play, the clock will be under 4 minutes, though. McClear and the Hermits, a third down and about 4. Fake it, McClear. His third down pass is caught. Coming up to get it, Nasir Hill. First down, Hermits at the 25.
Nasir Hill is making plays out here for his team. I can hear the coaching staff next to me. They're screaming, number 4, number 4, number 4. They knew where the ball was going. And Trey McClear gets the ball right over the outstretched arms of Brody Colbert and completes it for the first down.
And Hines was all over him when the ball arrived, too. That was just well-thrown ball there by McClear. And a first down. Down to 3:35 to go in the ball game. Great one here tonight from Williamstown here on BFA. Next week we are at Millville. Here's McClear. Sims got a couple. Bourgeois getting on the tackle with Turner Inch.
You talk about Nasir Hill. He's got offers. Syracuse, Pittsburgh, Princeton, Penn State, Northwestern. I mean, this is an athlete. Some people might favor him going, talking to 247 Sports, to Penn State. He is a perennial athlete here at the Prep, looking to be a Power 5 recruit. He made a big play on that last third down conversion.
He got 3, Sims did, and it's a 2nd down and 7. Now we're under 3 minutes to go, Coffee. 2 wide outs for St. Augustine. McClear, this is Udo. Follows blockers, gets close to the marker. He's going to be short, stacked up at the 29-yard line. They're being a 3rd down and short with 2:25 to go.
Now here's the situation. You may have to gamble if you're the Prep and go for it on 4th down if you don't get this, because it may be a little bit of a stretch for your kicker. You barely got that extra point. I watched it on that opening touchdown and close out the first half. This may be a little bit out of your comfort range as a coach. But we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Ball is at the 18-yard line. The marker is at the 15. Under 2 minutes to go. Selby is in motion. Handoff, Sims right side will get close and get a 1st down for St. Augustine. Inside the 15-yard line, and the clock will stop with 1:45 to go.
You had an opportunity. Bourgeois gets in the backfield, couldn't get the ankles of the big tailback. And another 1st down and another set of downs for the Prep.
90 seconds to go. The ball is at the 14. And again, Lancetta brings in Bob Papadakis, big number 44. Udo, right side, he's tripped up.
There we go.
Playmate David Roberts again.
You see Roberts comes through, back doors the play. When I talk about back door, you go away from the play side. That play was going to the right. You go behind the blocker, and you have enough speed to get around and get the ankles. We're under a minute here, Chris. This is getting exciting.
And still, Pete Lancetta not calling a timeout. He has 2 left, no gain on that run, and it's a 2nd down and 10. The ball is at the 14-yard line. McClear's pass is caught again. Nasir Hill.
He's running.
And now Lancetta calls the timeout with 26 seconds to go. It'll be 3rd down and about 3.
Got a timeout. The coaching staff is going to talk about it, and that was a big play in that connection. Even though it may not show up in the stat sheet or a highlight, but it gets you into a manageable situation where you could still run the football if you're the Prep. And the way they've been picking up 4- and 5-yard chunks in this drive in the 4th quarter, they got to like their odds, even within field goal range here.
They're the big boys. There's the Williamstown side. Glad you're with us tonight on BFA. What a ball game. 1 timeout left for the Hermits. Pat Gallagher has all 3, and you wonder, no Coffee?
At this point, you got to give it up on this play and see what happens. If there's a stop, then you're obviously going to take a timeout and try to give yourself a little bit of time, around 20 seconds, even if this kick is made and tied up.
.26 seconds left, 1 timeout left for the Hermits, and they come out of that with a 3rd down and 3. From the 7, Papadakis is in motion. A fake to Udo. McClear throws, tip, and incomplete.
Oh, Taylor Robinson, he read it the whole time. They tried to get a little tricky there. They must have some trust in their kicking unit. He tried to get the throwback to Kenneth Selby. Taylor Robinson makes another big play here in the 4th quarter.
20 seconds left. Lancetta's going to call his final timeout, I think. 4th down and 3, and there's the timeout.
Yeah, I don't see what the thing, other than having some nerves about your kicking game and your ability to make it from here, I don't see what the timeout is. Once that ball was incomplete, I'm sending my kicking unit out to kick it to tie this game up.
Tonight's game was produced and directed by David Virgilio, camera Al Fisher, Charles Hope, Garrett Suey, Garrett Fisher. It's the Garrett twins. And the executive producer of BFA Sports is Doug Stasic. What a ball game tonight here in Williamstown. Braves up 10-7. A timeout by Pete Lancetta with 20 seconds left and a 4th down and 3. He has the kicker, Bispo, who has range. At this spot, it would only be a 24-yard attempt.
Well, if you're Williamstown, you watch for the fake. You let your guys up front, as Raku, try to make a play to block this kick. But for right now, it's coming down to this.
McClear is the holder, and the Braves will now call their first timeout.
Now, I think it's a little bit early to ice the kicker. Now, I'm of the mindset as a coaching staff to wait until he finally gets on the ball, gets set, gets his spot, and then call the timeout.
Well, you can't call 2 at the high school level in a row.
True. So that's why I would have waited on this one. Let them get lined up, and then you take your timeout once they're set.
I take that back. You can. You can on Sunday.
But
Sunday, you can't call 2.
Obviously, for the prep side, you've got to be still. And I've been on some games where I've won at the end of the game on a kick, and you're on that field goal unit. You can't flinch. You've got to listen to the snap count. You're on the road here. It's not the normal crazies that we have here in the fans, in the stands at Williamstown, but it's going to get loud when that kick goes up. And I can see Doug Brown pacing the sideline. He's getting this crowd fired up as soon as they come out to kick this potential game-tying field goal.
Out from the right hash. McClear will kneel at the 14. So this is going to be a 24-yard kick. Hang on. Bispo got it through. So with 16 seconds left, game is tied at 10.
This is why you're the number 16 team in the state. That kicks right down the vine. That's right down the fairway with your golf swing in Valley Brook, Chris. That was a pretty good kick.
1 out of 90, maybe. All right, 16 seconds left and 2 timeouts for the Braves. You've got a good kicker, too. What do you do?
Well, quickly, I mean, obviously you're going to try to take what you can off of this kickoff, and that's going to really decide on what the prep does and their coaching staff. If they squib kick it, and you can get a fair catch somewhere around the 35, 40-yard line, you got the best athlete in the country, you can take a shot even with Brody Colbert going underneath. But break down the overtime rules for us, Chris.
I will do that in a second, but I was just going to tell you, we're 16 seconds away from our second overtime partner. You remember the first one?
Of course.
Richmond and Hamilton?
Yes,
that
sir.
game was awesome.
Like triple overtime.
Yeah. I forgot who that was.
He was the quarterback. He went to Maryland. I remember who he
flamed out, though, at Maryland?
I want to say he might have transferred from there, but I remember going to watch Maryland. We're going to figure out his name from Bridgeton. Stud quarterback. He was just a pure athlete. Here, we're going to see what we got. 16 seconds. Clutch kick at the end. Tied this game
Sure
up.
was. I mean, these guys don't get paid. Brandon Bispo. Kid's only a sophomore, too.
He put his entire leg into that kick and got it right down the pipes. Got his team tied up.
Think Keon wants another shot at this? Well, he's not going to see this ball. This is taken up front.
Oh, good play.
And that's Paul Williams. And Williams is to 42-yard line, so that's pretty good with 11 seconds left and 2 timeouts. And keep in mind, in high school football, they'll stop the clock on a first down to give Pat Gallagher some time. They only need to, let's see, realistically.
You need about 30 yards.
I would put him, at the 20-yard line.
30 yards. That'll give you maybe 2 seconds. Get a quick timeout and try to get your field goal unit a long shot here.
But once again, the middle of the field is available because of the timeout situation as well. 11 seconds left for Dougie Brown. 3 wideouts. Rolling out, throws, Sabb, and he's got it. He's out of bounds with 4 seconds left, and the ball is at the 48.
Yeah, it should be 5 seconds left on the clock. Even still, I think it's going to be a Hail Mary shot from just inside of midfield.
Now it's 3 seconds left. Now they lost a couple seconds.
Yeah, I looked down when Keon.
And a timeout is taken by Williamstown, but now the Brave coaching staff is chasing after Ritterelli, and he's going to converse with his crew. There was 4 seconds when Sabb was out of bounds, but they're going to say no. So 3 seconds left, and I think you just need to throw it to the end zone here.
Yeah, even if it goes to 5 seconds, you're probably going to throw it to the end zone. It's not like you're at the 45 or 35-yard line. That 5 seconds will allow you to get another 6 or 7-yard hitch and get a field goal range. That's not going to do much. Doug Brown has definitely the arm strength to get it to the end zone from here and to make this play.
They're not going to change. They're not going to change it either. So there's going to be 3 seconds left. There's going to be 3 seconds left, and then we can talk about something we didn't want to talk about before, and that is overtime, and that would be quite a finish to this game, which has been billed that it's everything and then some. So 3 seconds on the clock. You've got Ezeraku, Sergio Rodriguez, Sabb is in the near side. And press.
Well, they got a safety over the top. Sabb is getting held up.
Brown got away once, couldn't a second, but there's the flag, and that's going to be a holding call, and it's going to be on Nasir Hill, and Coffey called it.
That's a bad situation. You got the press over the top, but you cannot afford to get a penalty. You got help. Just run with him and trail with him if you're Hill. I know he's the best athlete in the country, but you did not have to have that holding call defensively. That's going to give Williamstown another shot and a few more yards to close out regulation.
Well, it's going to put the ball at the 38. I don't know if Amico can hit from 55.
But see, another thing is, if there's another defensive penalty, you may end up being in field goal range just because of the penalty. So if you're Doug Brown, give your receiver a chance. Pass interference, anything good can happen for you right now. You're pretty much playing with house money. Just get the ball up to the end zone, no holding calls in your offensive line. And at worst, you should be able to get to overtime.
And an untimed down because the game cannot end on a defensive foul. So a timeout taken by the Braves, and they're out. The ball is at the 38. No time on the clock, but the Braves will get, again, an untimed down. Obviously, it's got to go to the end zone, but I'm surprised because when Sabb came out of the huddle, Hill was on him press.
Yeah, and I can see they had 3 safeties back, so he had a safety help over the top, and maybe you jam him up to slow him off the ball, but not to hold him 5 or 6 yards down the field. I mean, you look like you were a gunner covering a punt on that situation. That was just too much for a player that has Division I Power 5 capability and offers like Mr. Hill.
So here we go. We have 1 play to go. Potentially. They're at the 38. Sabb, and again the press coverage. And of course, now Selby's the safety on the near side.
Oh, he beat him.
Blitz coming. Brown in trouble. Flag is down. 2 flags are down. And now a sack, the 6th sack of the night for the Hermits. And already I think he's signaling to Lancetta that you want to decline it. In this case, we will go to overtime on a holding call against the Braves. That's what we've got. So it's overtime. And this is how it is. Coin toss. The winner of the coin toss gets 3 choices. Offense, defense, or side of the field. They'll start at the 25-yard line. They'll have down and distance. So it'll be a 1st and 10. And then from that point, it'll be just like regular football. 2 timeouts per inning. An inning consists of offense and defense. If the defense scores, the game is over. If the offense scores, the defense gets a chance. And we will come back with overtime here in Williamstown. 10-10.
You're looking to score in the 2020 Williamstown Braves season? Let's head over to Pizza Hut, official sponsor. Oh no! Could it be a fumble? No! Dougie Brown picking it up for the cheerleaders. Wasted no time finding a receiver over his fellow lineman. You got Bruno and Cope out in front as he pitches it to Colbert. Colbert getting it to the Heisman pose, and Donovan looking to move the ball forward, or should we say pizza, and that's Rocco Boldo. You know he's not passing up a nice slice, piping hot from Pizza Hut. He's coming down, he's headed to the end zone, he's at the 10, the 5, and he's going to hand it back to the cheerleaders. You want to score for your family, head over to Pizza Hut, and to score some tickets, be sure to click on the link to buy your Williamstown season pass. Thanks to our friends at Pizza Hut, proud sponsor of Braves football.
Welcome to overtime. You can see the captains and coaches at the center of the field. That is Pete Lancetta, who Rob Rittarelli is blocking out. Donovan Izaraku, Pat Gallagher, whomever the umpire is. And here's our coin toss. So the Braves have won the toss. See, I would always opt for defense here. I would always opt for defense. Vokalos was the captain that was representing the Hermits. And we're going to start on the end where the scoreboard is. We have overtime. Exciting night, huh?
Of course.
And we're at Millville next week. Looking to see if they're in action tonight. Lenape 10, Shawnee 3. That is a final. Egg Harbor Township 40, Hamilton 21. Bridgeton 33, Lower Cape May 10. Just some of the scores around the South Jersey area. Here's another one. Absegami 42-7 over Oakcrest. So the Braves chose to be on defense first, and I think that's the smart decision.
Of course. You know what you need. Prep scores. They'll probably kick the extra point. Williamstown comes back. If you're second, you're going to go for 2 if you need a touchdown. Try to win the game.
From the 25, we begin. First down, Selby in motion, and well, it was McClear who kept it and got dropped immediately. A loss on the play. Loss of 3, second down and 13.
Both teams have a 4 named Nasir, but this time Nasir Lane from Williamstown, he gets up the field right in the pathway at the mesh point, right where the quarterback and the ball carrier meet for the potential handoff. Quarterback decided to keep it there, and McClear goes down. That'll be a tackle for loss for Nasir Lane.
Second and 13 now with 3 wide receivers and a slot. Low snap, McClear throws, Hill dropped immediately. Third down coming up. Taylor Robinson makes the stop at the 23-yard line. Third down and about 8.
I think some of the most underrated plays is what you do on 2nd and 10. If you get an incompletion on first down, a loss of yards on first down, a play like that to get you back into 3rd and manageable is always crucial for a good offense. Even though you only got 10 points scored here, you're going against the #1 defense in the state. Great job by Hill and McClear on that play. We're going to have a timeout here on the field.
We sure are. So a timeout has been taken. Who called the timeout? Did you call the timeout? I think the prep called the timeout.
I believe the prep did. I don't think Williamstown needs to right now. The way their defense is starting to gear up, it's going to look like a 3rd and I'd roughly say about 7 situation.
So the ball is at the 22-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 7. They need the 15-yard line for the first down.
Obviously, you see you got a clutch kicker that you could at least depend upon in this situation, and knowing the overtime rules, Chris, you've got to try to get some points in this drive if you're the prep. And for Williamstown, you got to keep them under 6 yards.
I'm curious to see if they're going to do that.
If you keep under 6, 4th and 1, I think they go for it. I think the prep is going to be confident enough to go for it.
I was thinking the same thing. Third down. Pass is caught down at the 5-yard line and still down to the 3. What a throw by McClear. And the catch by Hill.
Sear Hill, he's their #1 player. We talked about him. Big Ten, ACC offers. Rutgers, Temple, Syracuse, just in traffic in front of Keyshawn Watson. Keon Saab is there. He makes a huge catch and sets up a 1st and goal for the prep.
It's at the 3-yard line. Sims left side, and he'll get to the end zone. Touchdown for the prep.
Big play on that 3rd down conversion. We talked about the 2nd down. To get it to a manageable situation, you lose 4 yards on 1st down. If you're the prep, you come back, you throw the simple speed out route to Nasir Hill, get it to 3rd and 7, and then he comes up with the deep dig route over the middle of the field to set up the 1st and goal, and then they punch it in on the next play to take a 6-point lead.
This is pretty big. This is Bispo for the extra point. (17-10) St. Augustine. And now Williamstown will get their opportunity at the 25-yard line. Touchdown and an extra point ties it. Touchdown and a 2-point conversion wins it.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Anything less?
It would be uncivilized. Right now, Williamstown is trying to get 25 yards across that goal line, and they will be going for 2.
Why were we thinking the same thing? I swear.
What a game. What a game.
You like this, folks? Come back next week as Williamstown goes to Millville to take on the Thunderbolts, who beat this prep team in week 1.
So your schedule's starting to tighten up now. You're talking about 40-0 victory last week.
21-20 was an exciting game in Millville. But now the Braves must score. And it starts at the 25. It's Colbert in motion.
Keep running,
Brown
Doug.
chased
Keep
out.
running, Doug.
He can run. He'll get out of bounds at the 14. He picked up 11 and a 1st down for the Braves.
Good decision. You lose contain on the right side. Inside pass rush move. That's a mistake by Brady Small. He hasn't made too many tonight in the defensive backfield. Or excuse me, the offensive backfield for the prep, but he loses contain. Dougie Brown skirts around the right side for an easy 1st down pickup.
So I think they did this to be kind of uniform, but they marked him at the 15-yard line. So 10 yards, but a first down for the Braves. Colbert in motion. The handoff goes to Hines, and he is wiped out in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 2.
Look at these big boys. You see Small right there. He just stands up Ezeraku and just puts him in the hole. Forces the running back to bounce, and we talked about it all night. Angelo Focolos, he's been all over the field, and he hasn't had too many blockers try to attack him from his linebacker position because these defensive linemen have been so stout, forcing double teams up front.
2nd and 12. Brown gets it away. They're going to say that's a forward pass, and it's incomplete. 3rd down. Look at Brady Small.
Yeah, he makes another play again. It seems like he's always on the proper side. He gets up the field, and right as Doug Brown gets ready to release that football, you know, we talk about it. That's a Sunday. Oh, wow.
Look at a flag on the play.
This is going to be a big penalty.
It's a big play. Because first of all, it came after the play. Rob Ritterelli, this is probably the biggest call of the night.
Could be saving Williamstown or killing them. I see Doug Brown pleading with his official.
Can't be intentional grounding if he was hit. Let's see what Rob's going to say here. There's nobody in the area. That's what Rob's saying. Ritterelli's going to call intentional grounding against the quarterback. That's a loss of down, and the ball will be spotted at the foul.
He was climbing to the pocket. He gets hit as he's about to throw.
I think he got hit.
I'll be honest, Chris, if this is Sundays, you challenge that and try to maybe say that's a fumble, the way the ball kind of came out of Doug Brown's hand, but nonetheless.
Oh, that's a big play there. A big call. It's all the way back at the 24. And 3rd and 17. Brown looking deep. Throws underneath. Sab's got it. Sab to the 10, to the 5, and he's down to the 3. It's a 1st and goal for Williamstown.
Well over 100 yards receiving today. If you're the #1 player in the state, your team needs you. 3rd and 12. Good pass protection all across the board. Even with Hines in that offensive line, find Keon Saab underneath. There's no way a linebacker can cover him. And a great touchdown-saving tackle at the very end by Nasir Hill.
1st and goal. And Brown now making sure he's on the same page with the coaching staff. Mark Zook is there along with Pat Gallagher. They're right next to each other on the sideline. They're at the 3. It's a 1st and goal. I think you got to give it to Turner here.
Yeah, you got to go straight ahead. You got to go straight ahead. Get downhill. You see Brody Colbert in the backfield.
Along with Inge. It's Turner. And he is stopped at the 1.5 yards.
All right, regroup, Chris. Huddle up. Let's try something else.
Give it back to Turner again.
But look at that. Those bodies are just pushing. There's just too much weight in there. You may have to get out on the edge. You got an athletic quarterback in Doug Brown. Wouldn't be surprised to see a bootleg out to the right side here.
There's a lot of space on the right side of the field. Nope, they'll try it again, and getting in, it's a touchdown. Turner in.
Well, forgive me for not believing in Coach Gallagher and this team, but they punch it in, and right now, here's Gallagher. The decision. I see Doug Brown. He's still walking out there telling the referee where he wants this ball spotted. They're taking the timeout. They're drawing up a play to win this game right here.
Well, if you look, scanning the bench, do you see Brendan Amico?
I do not. I see Doug Brown staying out there telling the referee, you don't take a timeout to kick your extra point and go to second overtime here. You take it to draw up your 2-point conversion play.
Oh, boy. So you got to give Pat Gallagher a ton of credit. Win, lose, or draw to go for it in overtime. It's 17-16. The Prep, a 2-point conversion attempt. On paper here. We don't know if they're going to do it yet. So, you're the coaching staff.
He would kick it. You know what?
What are they saying? Kick it.
Well, it's mixed opinions right now. Mixed
And
opinions.
I think Amico is coming to the sideline.
Here we go. Let's go.
They're going to go for it.
You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. This is a team that beat you, the only team to beat you in South Jersey in the last 2 years. You're going out there to win this game right now.
You sure are. The crowd will tell you.
They're going to storm the field. Just don't dump Gatorade on the coach.
Bourgeois just came off the field. Here it is. It's a handoff and it goes nowhere. And the Prep win the ball game. They tried an end around the Keon Sav and they were waiting for it. And St. Augustine wins by a point here in overtime. Final score, the Hermits 17 and the Braves 16. What a ball game here tonight in Williamstown.
This is why these two teams are both ranked at the top of the state. Asher Jenkins, he comes off number 78. He just gets out on the edge, keeps contained, doesn't allow Keon Saab to get outside of him. He just stands him up right at the 3-yard line.
Here's the last play again.
You see players pushing Big 78 around. He's just out there wide. There's too many white shirts to turn the corner there. There was blocks missed, and you try to rethink a play like that, and I always like a pass option because your quarterback, if you have a mobile quarterback, especially one as talented as Dougie Brown, he could always try to tuck it and make a play. You put it all in Keon Saab's hands. You rode his back to get to this point, over 100 yards receiving, and you come up just 3 yards and 1 2-point conversion short of a victory.
What a ball game here tonight. Final score, Prep 17 and Williamstown 16. Hope you enjoyed it tonight on BFA. So for Coffee Jones and our crew, this is Chris Losey. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We will see you again next Friday when Williamstown takes on Millville in Millville next Friday. Till then.